rise and join me in honoring the class of 2021. Good evening, Bronco families, distinguished guests, friends, faculty and staff, and our seniors. Welcome to Northgate High School's commencement ceremony for the class of 2021. My name is Kelly Cooper, and I have the great honor in serving as the principal of Northgate High School. First, I would like to introduce and thank some of our honored guests. The Superintendent of the Mount Diablo Unified School District, Dr. Adam Clark. Our Board President, Sharice Cound. Our Director of Secondary, Samantha Allen. Our Chief Legal Counsel, Cesar Alvarado. And up high, we've got Trustee Deborah Mason and Trustee Linda Mayo. And a special shout out to one of our beloved longtime subs, Mr. Jack Campbell. Joining me on stage is our Master of Ceremonies in his 18th year here with Northgate High School, teacher Michael On. On my left, please welcome our tireless academic counselors, Kristen Bly and Leanne Owen, along with Mandy Kaur, who's unable to join us this evening. And finally, please welcome our two outstanding co-administrators, Mr. Craig Box and Ms. Kara Ravina. I would like to take a moment to honor 3 retirees who have served the Northgate community with excellence and dedication. Jim Kennerly, our special education assistant, who worked in MDUSD for nearly 20 years. Miss Sally Brown, our registrar, whose 9 years at Northgate proved to be exemplary, and she indispensable. And our instrumental music director, Mr. Greg Brown, whose 24 years of working with our musicians have inspired and molded some of the most proficient, professional, and outrageously talented bands and musicians during his time here. Thank you, and from the Northgate community, thank you for your incredible service. Now, this is my first time, well, now second time, making a speech as principal for Northgate. And I'm pretty sure this is the part where I'm supposed to talk about what a great year it was, all the great things that we did. And unfortunately, we're just a little cheated out of that traditional speech. Seniors, I have to say one thing, and I think you've probably heard this a lot in the last few weeks, and they've really meant it, but it is so good to see you. I will say when I spoke with a couple of our teachers about their year, that's one of the things that they said the most. The thing that they felt cheated out of the most was having you in their space and being able to really connect with you on the level that they normally would, because they knew what an amazing class they were able to teach in the class of 2021. It's great to see you, and it's really great to see your legs. I'm just saying. But I would like to talk about what we have seen this year. Instead of focusing on what we haven't, what we have seen has been nothing short of extraordinary. For example, I've seen an office staff showing up to work day after day, long before the school building was open, while we were in quarantine, making sure that every student had a Chromebook, every student had their textbooks, making sure that you found your Zoom, or that you could log into Zoom, or you found your Google Classroom, or you knew which class it was that time or that day. All those things occurred, and the office staff was there for you. I've seen teachers taking huge risks, converting all their curriculum to an online format, finding visual formats, learning to create videos, flip grids, chats, virtual whiteboards, YouTube clips, parlays, polls, pear decks, and explain everythings, all so that they can bring their subject matter to life, all in 2D. I've seen all of you students joining your classes from everywhere. I've seen students joining classes from their car, from their workplace, from their bedroom, from their kitchen, from, most extraordinarily, the barber's chair. But you came, and you showed up, and you worked hard. I've seen you participate in groups, in breakout rooms, respectfully and kindly helping each other be greater, and also respectfully and kindly telling your teacher when they were on mute or when you couldn't hear the video. Thank you for your patience. I've seen all of you and our families in your homes. You all have lovely homes. I've seen your homes turn into mini comprehensive high schools, and you, the family, serving as all of the roles necessary to run a high school. You were an instructional aide. You were food services. You were the custodial services sometimes. You were academic counselors. You were support counselors. You were cheerleaders. And very occasionally, maybe you had the occasional administrative conference. We thank you. Without you, this year would not have been the great success that it was. I saw you, our students, participating in our community, organizing drives for charity, drives of food, books, shoes, socks, dog toys, toys for tots, feminine products, coats, sporting goods. All those things came in and through our office for the greater good. I saw you guys organizing and participating in rallies, student forums about race, and protests for justice and equity. I've seen virtual band concerts, choir concerts, and synchronized dance routines done in the backyard. I've seen animated shorts, skits done in Spanish, and pickle autopsies on the dining room tables. I've seen kids going out for hikes for their PE class, doing yoga with Mr. Yan, and carving clay in the garage. We're sorry for the mess. I've seen video drama productions, and I was thrilled to see 2 live ones. I've seen 25 sports competing in the last 3 months, and athletes setting school records in cross country, girls basketball, and boys golf. And seniors, most of all, I see all of you. I see your resilience, your persistence, your increased organization and time management skills. I see your collaboration and your communication and your advocacy, and all of those things have made you one of the most prepared classes that we're sending out. The most prepared classes to get out of our building. So now it's time for you to enter new buildings, maybe one with windows. And as your principal, I do believe I'm supposed to give you a piece of advice. So my one word of advice is this. This whole path to high school, you've had a very clear map. It was a kind of a straight line, and you all ended here. We were so lucky. You ended up at Northgate High School. And then that map changed a little bit. You had some choices. Some of you went a straight line. Some of you took shortcuts. Some of you definitely took the scenic route. Some of you made it harder, went up the hills. But you all had the same map, and you all ended up here. So my advice to you is this. In the next path of your life, lose the map. Listen to your gut and make sure you keep your compass. And let that compass be your own values and your own passions and your own mission. And whatever you're doing next, no matter how many times your path changes, because it will, and that's okay. No matter what, you'll end up exactly where you're supposed to be. Class of 2021, you took what was the unprecedented year and you crushed it in the best possible way. You, in fact, established a precedent for those that might come after you, and you absolutely inspire us to keep trying. Congratulations, and thank you. And now I'd like to introduce a leader who has helped and supported all of us in getting through this year together. Please welcome our superintendent, Dr. Adam Clark.
Good evening, friends, family, distinguished graduates of the class of 2021. My name is Dr. Adam Clark, and I have to tell you, I am so proud to be your superintendent on this day. As I look out on this sun setting, at this beautiful backdrop that we have, we are so fortunate to be able to share this very special moment together. But I want us to all acknowledge that no one got here on their own, and so we have some people to thank. First of all, I want to thank my governing board. Under their leadership and guidance, we have been able to meet the mission set out by the Mount Diablo Unified School District. I want to thank President Sharice Cound, Vice President Deborah Mason, Trustee Linda Mayo, Trustee Aaron McFerrin, Trustee Keisha Nzewi. And this year, for the first time, we were able to hear the voice from a student perspective. I want to thank Student Trustee Michelle Alas. If we have any graduate who is going next year to serve our country, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. I want to acknowledge the parents. It's not hard raising kids. I mean, it is hard raising kids in today's society, and the challenges and the pressures that are out there. And I could not imagine having to guide a senior in high school through this last year. It must have been filled with inner battles, tussling at home, things to that nature. But your parents truly care about you. Each and every one of you hold the hopes and dreams of your family. And on this day, they come out here to support you and to celebrate you. Can we please give our families and parents and friends a big round of applause? I want to thank and acknowledge the entire Northgate faculty and staff. Under their guidance for the last 4 years, or whenever you came in contact with them, they did what they could to make your high school experience one that brought value, and one that was memorable, and one that was relevant. And for that, let's please give a big round of applause to the Northgate faculty and staff. So in the Mount Diablo Unified School District, when you leave our organization, you are to be college and career ready. I'm an educator, and so I'm always going to advocate for education. Never take your education for granted. And I would suggest that whatever path you take, whether it be a 4-year university, a 2-year junior college, working towards a credential or certificate, that you further your education. It is something that can never be taken away from you, and it will give you the opportunity to make choices not only for you, but those around you. So please, strive to be educated as much as possible. We need thinkers in this world. The challenges that we have continue to grow, and the only way we're going to get through them is if we tackle them from many different angles, and the key is within education. However, we also prepare those for college and career. And so as you look towards a career, don't just look for that career with prestige or a salary. Look for that career that can help others, that can make you happy, bring fulfillment to you and your family. If you do that, you will never work another day in your life. So as you sit here today, ready to be high school graduates, I know there must be a string of emotions going through you. But what I really want you to do is just to rest in the moment. This is a very special moment. We are never promised tomorrow. And if the last year and a half has taught us one thing, is that things can change. And so as you've gone through the things that you've gone through, as you've missed out on so many things, I don't feel sorry for you. Not one bit. Instead, I envy you. I am envious of your grit, of your determination, of your creativity, and your passion. There is no other graduating class that can say that they've gone through the things that you all have gone through. But use that as motivation to do today what lies before you. Be thankful for each and every opportunity that you come into contact with as you go forward. As we graduate today, you're closing a chapter on childhood. And just in a few short days, you are going to enter into adulthood. And I have to tell you, it is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. To be able to make an input, an impact on this society, on your community, on your families, is like no other. So with that, graduates, I wish you the best of luck. I am awed by the opportunity and by the potential in this space, and I can't wait to see what the future brings you all. With that, good luck and congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you.
Big thank you to Dr. Clark, and also a reminder, we made this before we started, but we must make sure, That's good times right there. We must make sure that we are all wearing our masks correctly out in the audience. And of course, down there, students, you're doing a great job so far. Want to remind you, students, that when we do the names, yes, you can have your mask off as you come up, come across, and then come back down. So we want to make sure we're all remembering that. Now, let's meet our vice principals, Mr. Craig Box, Mrs. Kara Ravina, to go over our Summit Award winners for this year. Welcome them to the stage.
Good evening, graduates. Good evening, families. My name is Craig Box. I'm one of the vice principals, joined by my colleague, Kara Ravina, and we want to take this moment to give a brief announcement and to celebrate our 2021 Summit Award winners. So the Summit Awards are the 4 highest honors bestowed upon our graduates. And these awards are voted on by staff, by faculty, and by members of the junior class. Last Friday night, we celebrated at the Senior Circle and Summit Awards, and so tonight we're going to announce the 4 winners.
Our first Summit Award is for scholarship and is awarded to the student who has shown exemplary achievement throughout their 4 years at Northgate, while also being involved in scholastic programs outside of class. This year's Summit for Scholarship is Tony De Leon.
I forgot to mention, if our winners are in attendance, please stand if we call your name. Our next Summit Award is for leadership and is awarded to the student who has served as a leader in every sense of the word, through example, through actions, and in time given at Northgate and to the Northgate community. This year's Summit Award winner for leadership is Christina Coe.
Our next Summit Award is for service. It is awarded to the senior who has given time, energy, and efforts freely to the Northgate community and made a difference through service during 4 years on campus. This year, our Summit Award for service goes to Yoonji Kim.
Our final Summit Award is the Overall Award. These are the names that are on the banners you see in the hallways when you walk through Northgate. The Summit Award goes to the student who embodies all 3 of the other pillars of excellence: scholarship, leadership, and service. This year, our overall Summit Award winner for the class of 2021 is Michelle Alas.
Our first faculty speaker that you are going to hear from tonight is just finishing up his 6th year here teaching at Northgate. So let's welcome to the stage Mr. Brian Corbett.
Hello, class of 2021. I'd like to thank you for inviting me to speak tonight. As many of you who are my students know, I only teach sophomores, so it's so good to see so many familiar faces after what feels like a long time, even behind the masks. It's truly an amazing accomplishment for you to be here. Whatever your personal ups and downs may have been over these 4 years, take deep pride in being at this graduation stage. Each of you is a hero in your own right, and you deserve to bask in the satisfaction of your achievement. There's no feeling in the world quite like being a new high school graduate. So embrace that feeling tonight and for a long time to come. There's a sense of optimism right now. Can't you feel it? Green shoots of life where they haven't been for a long time. Nature is healing. Restaurants are back. Traffic is back. Toilet paper's back. Look, Even Backstreet's back, all right? Right here at the Concord Pavilion, August 9th. Get your tickets at livenation.com. Nature's healing. But what a difficult journey this year has been for you, for your families, your neighbors, and for the world at large. The outlook has been so dark for such a long time. We need some light, the light of a new high school graduate. Your light. We need you to do what 18-year-olds do after graduating, to dream, to plan, to change plans, maybe change them again. Your energy and optimism are leading indicators of a community that's on its way back. So do what graduates do. Spend a few days doing nothing. Have a blast. Go on a fast food run at 2 a.m. Maybe even play your music a little too loud so that your neighbor makes a passive-aggressive next-door post. Isn't this what new grads do? Doesn't this sound nice and normal? You graduates are an unmistakable sign of healing and normalcy. Regardless of what you have in mind for the coming months and years, take this time to really celebrate what you've accomplished. Tonight, when the time is right, throw your graduation cap as high as you possibly can. Yell embarrassingly loud for your friends as they walk across the stage. And after the ceremony, give your family members who are here tonight a huge, over-enthusiastic hug. Tonight, and for a long time to come, live and experience the joy and freedom of a new grad who has the world at your fingertips, because you really do. I know I can speak on behalf of your teachers in saying that we're extremely proud of you. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your journey. You've helped make Northgate what it is, a place where bridges are built, where hands are extended, and unlikely friendships are made. Sometimes it's a place where difficulty and drama happens, but it's also where growth happens and where life happens. And if nothing else, this year's shown us that our school is so much more than a building, and thank goodness for that, by the way. We have a beautiful school, in spite of our building. It's a public school, and that's something to be proud of. Because you went to a public school, you understand our community better than anyone else can. And when we boil Northgate down to its core, we know that the raw academics of high school aren't remotely as important as the community of support that we can be at our best. That includes you, your families, your friends, your teachers and staff, your teammates and coaches, the very people who are supporting you and cheering you on tonight. Northgate is indeed a special place, and your class is a special class. I have such great memories of the class of 21, learning with you, laughing with you, Friday dancing with you, and now getting to see you off as graduates. Look at you. What a wonderful class you are. So go do what you do and be what you be. Graduates with the world at your fingertips. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Our musical number tonight is going to be presented by Hannah Bachman, a senior who actually graduated earlier, but of course is returning to sing for all of you out there. She is going to be accompanied tonight by Mr. Jeff Carter, the vocal music director from Northgate High School, and she will be performing "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday."
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. If we get to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth the wait. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
And now it's time for our student speaker. You've already heard her mentioned this evening by the superintendent. Here she is, Miss Michelle Alas.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and fellow graduates. It is my honor to speak to you all in the celebration of Northgate High School's graduating class of 2021. Where were you the moment you found out that school was canceled on March 13th? I remember where I was. I was in honors physio class, first period. The school reverberated with collective cheers. On March 13th, I took pictures of my final classes of the day. I had a feeling that I was never going to see these same friends in these same classrooms ever again. And now, the class of 2021 is walking out of Northgate. I will miss the classrooms with no windows, eating lunch in between bright red locker rows, and the feeling before the first day of school. I will miss graded class discussions, the pickle lab in Mrs. Starr's class, and sticking thumbtacks in a styrofoam mannequin head for AP Psychology. I will miss the atrium and the forum and the little theater and the lecture hall. I will miss the teachers who shaped me and the friends who loved me and the school I was lucky enough to learn in. To the class of 2021, we are resilient. I admire the tenacity and courage of each and every one of you. Who would have believed that our last day of high school would have been a random Friday in the spring of our junior year? But here we are now, sitting in our caps and gowns, our entire futures awaiting us. No matter the path we take, I wholeheartedly believe in the success and happiness of all of us. Because we have worked hard. We have persevered under less than ideal circumstances. And high school is not easy. The rest of our lives won't be easy either. For the rest of our lives, we will be presented with choices. Choices about whether to speak up or stay silent, choices about whether to learn or to ignore. This past year has shown us the determination of humanity, as well as the ugliest side of people. Newspaper headlines have been inundated by accounts of police brutality, hate crimes against the Asian American Pacific Islander community, and mass shootings across the country. Yet we have seen our community come together in acts of civil disobedience, students defending their friends and saying what they know needs to be said. I want to say thank you to each of my classmates who refused to stay silent on issues affecting people, to my classmates who have learned and unlearned, to my classmates who grew. And that is all of us. We have all grown. Only a small percentage of the world can say they were a senior in high school during a pandemic. It has felt like a marathon, a nonstop race to the end. And now we're at the end, so what now? I hope you take a moment to be kind to yourself, to give yourself grace. Take a moment to sleep, to rest, to thank your teachers. Be patient with yourself, now and throughout the rest of your lives. But you are the toughest people I know. All we have accomplished deserves to be celebrated. You deserve to be celebrated. Many of us have gone to school with each other since we were 11 years old, some since we were 5. This may be the last time we see each other in person. So look around at the people you have sat next to in class or walked past in the halls, the friends who have endured everything you have endured and supported you along the way. Remember seeing the number 21 in front of your email in elementary or middle school? Some of you might not, but those of you who do, remember when you realized that that's the year you graduate. I remember the number looking weird, too big and too far away. Well, here we are now in the year 2021, graduating high school alongside our best friends. School did not end on March 13th. We continued learning and studying and taking tests and working for this very moment. I am so incredibly excited for each of us, and I am proud to say I graduated with the class of 2021. Congratulations, everybody.
President Cound, I'm pleased to report to you that the class of 2021 assembled here today have met all of the graduation requirements established by the State of California and the Mount Diablo Unified School District's Board of Trustees. I am proud to present to you these outstanding graduates and ask that you please accept the Northgate High School class of 2021.
I'm so honored to be in your presence. I'm president of the school district school board, but I'm also a local parent and school volunteer. But I didn't grow up here. My childhood was spent picking cactus berries in the deserts of Venezuela and camping in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia. In kindergarten, I was one of those kids who didn't speak the local language in school. And in college, I was that girl who sometimes was told I didn't look like an engineer. I ultimately decided I wanted my career to be in education policy to ensure that all students, no matter what they look like or where they come from, can access a quality public education. I've learned, especially this year from this Northgate class, that students are a crucial part of bringing that dream to reality. In these times of isolation from a global pandemic, our neighborhoods are more segregated than ever. COVID hit some families much harder than others. And with the algorithms of social media and online news, it's been easier than ever before for those of us to stay in for each of us to stay in our own bubble. Those of us who've been fortunate to have food, shelter, and health also had the luxury to appreciate that more than ever, while not necessarily needing to consider others. But what I see in you, Northgate seniors, is a willingness and initiative to step outside of that bubble, an understanding of the interconnectedness of the world, and a drive to make a difference. The global pandemic did not stop you. It drove you to do more. Broncos, those of you whose families faced eviction or job loss or sickness, stepped in to care for your family members, teach your siblings, and earn extra income. Many of you found creative ways to still enter the county science fair, and I know there's winners out there. Congratulations. You found time to compose music and perform from your bedroom. I've witnessed incredible initiative of students helping others, above and beyond any graded school project. You tutored younger students in music and math over Zoom. You donated soccer cleats to kids in need and worked to diversify our narrative in MDUSD. You sat on city commissions and foundation boards, and even represented our district in the first ever student school board position. You did not wait till after the pandemic or after graduation. The truth is, whether or not you received awards, high grades, medals, each of you, in your own unique way, is already improving our communities with your kindness, your care, and contributions. In this world of increasing fear and misinformation, what does our country, our democracy need most? We need active citizens and leaders who have empathy and skills to bring people together to solve local and worldwide problems. Together. We need you, and I know that as you move on from this school, you will continue to build a better society for all of us. And with that, on behalf of the Mount Diablo Unified School District Board of Education, I hereby accept the Northgate High School senior class of 2021 and do hereby confer upon these graduates all the rights and privileges due them. Congratulations, class of 2021.
All right, so a few weeks ago, I got a text message from Principal Cooper, and it said, could you please give me a call later? And my initial thought was, oh, okay, I guess, because it doesn't really give a lot of information. I haven't been on campus every day, not entirely sure what it was. So I called her back, and she expressed at that time that many of you out there had also said you would like to hear me say some extra words here today. And I said, absolutely, of course. Other than me saying your names, like normal, I've been involved with Northgate graduations for more than a decade, and this was the first time that someone had said, hey, would you be willing to speak to the class because they would like to hear you? And then she asked, well, did you read the envelope? And I said, what envelope? But that day at the school, we had an event, and they'd given us these envelopes. And I hadn't opened it yet, because I was in the car when I called her back. So when I got to where I was going, I opened the envelope, and inside the envelope were the actual words from those of you out there who said you would want to hear me speak, why you would want to hear me speak. And so just know that your words mean a lot. And in a year when, you're not getting that face-to-face personality, all those different things, the things you guys put in here are things I'll remember forever. Now, when I first found out that we were going to have graduation this year here at the Concord Pavilion, I was overjoyed. Because, of course, last year we didn't, but all those previous years we have. And I am aware of how great it is to actually have graduation in this facility where you get to walk across the stage in a professional environment that sounds good no matter what the weather is. And just also because of what this year has been or what this year hasn't been for you. Knowing that you were going to get this chance, no matter what, made me happy and a little overly emotional pretty much any time I would think about it, because that's just happens sometimes when I think about those things. So I am overjoyed for all of you that we are here today. And this is something that means a lot to not just you, but your family and friends. Now, the funny thing is, when we are in school, high school, we are generally trying to figure out ways we cannot be in school. Like early breaks, like Labor Day comes early in the year, right? And we're pumped, even though we've been in school for a week and a half, we're happy that we have a day off. All right. Then we go, oh, a long time to Veterans Day. Ooh, Veterans Day. Can't wait. Veterans Day gets there, all right, day off. Ooh, Thanksgiving is coming next. And then we're just pumped. Any single time we have breaks, we are happy. Even those teacher in-service days, you're happy. Teachers might not be happy, but you're happy when those days come. Because once again, you don't have to be in school. And there were a couple of days that happened to you guys in your high school career where interesting situations happened with all that. The first one was your sophomore year. Your sophomore year, the day before we were supposed to get out for Thanksgiving break. Think back. So, of course, the reason that things were happening was because there was smoke from the horrible fires, right? So not a good reason. But that entire day, as we're getting ready, everyone's wondering what's going on. At about fifth period, word had come down, I believe, on the loudspeaker, but that doesn't work in the gym. So someone came and let me know. Now, some of you sitting right here, right now, looking at me, you were in my class that day. I gathered you at the end of the period, got you together, and said, okay, guys, yeah, we're not going to have school tomorrow, so we're out one day earlier. If you had seen my class at that point, you would have thought the World Series just ended, the NBA Finals buzzer had sounded, the Super Bowl had been decided, there were people jumping into each other's arms, running around the gym with their arms up, screaming, because we were going to get out one day earlier. Just one day. But it meant something, because we're always looking to not be in school. And then, of course, last year, junior year, the blackout. Oh, remember the blackout? I'll bet you do. All of your situations might have been a little bit different. Some of you were at school for 1 period, 2 periods, 3 periods. Maybe you had to convince your parents you were at school for 1 period, 2 periods, or 3 periods that day. But we all know Northgate, not a lot of light. In fact, pitch dark in some areas. So once again, it was a day where you didn't have to be on campus on the whole day. And it was just, oh, get a special day. And then, of course, you heard Michelle mention earlier, we come to March 13th when we got told we are not going to come back for a while. Now, at first, as she mentioned, a lot of you were happy because you thought, extended spring break, here we go. Not realizing, of course, it was going to go and go and go. But I will bet no matter what your view of school is or wanting to be in school, right, or not wanting to be in school, over the last year plus, nearly every single one of you have wished that you were back at that school, that you were back there just for one day. So I look at today as your one day. This is a one-day celebration for all of you to enjoy as a class together in person for the first time in a long time. And graduation, though it may mean different things to different people, this year means a lot more. Because you're going to remember it. Because there's not a lot of other things to mess with that memory. So you're sitting here now, in 10, 20, 30 years, your family, your children are going to ask, hey, well, what about your high school graduation? What happened? How was it? Well, it was different. It was different than pretty much any time ever before. So it's going to be something you will remember. Now, as far as words for the future, you've already heard Dr. Clark mention, Ms. Cooper mention, Michelle mention, Mr. Corbett mention different aspects about what that future brings. I like to put it in this manner. You get to write your own story. You, nobody else. Right now, there are some of you sitting out there, I don't know what the number is, but there are some of you, you'll know when I mention, that literally your family and friends didn't think this day was coming. They thought, I don't know if we're going to get to graduation. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to, oh man. I don't know if they're going to the credits. I don't know if their GPA is okay. I don't know if they're going on Zoom. I don't know if they've even logged in once. But you got here. So whatever you had to do to get here, you got it. And then there's some of you who have never struggled one moment. It's been easy, in fact, for 12 plus years. But maybe for you, your parents have done literally everything for you. So you're going to get to create that path now. Now, when I say create the path, I mean whatever you do from this point on is up to you. No one else is going to hold your hand and bring you along. And if we came back in 10 years and sat right here, there are a lot of you today that we will not believe what you have done or have accomplished. Some of you won't even believe it yourselves when you see what you have done. Now, this year was not easy. And the path you take is not going to be easy. Their story's not going to be a straight line. There's going to be twists and turns. There's going to be hills, maybe valleys, maybe more valleys, then some hills again. But whatever it's going to be for you, you're in charge. And that might be daunting for some of you right now to even think about. But it's also exciting. So just know, you've gotten through stuff no one's been through before. You're going somewhere that nobody knows because the story has yet to be written. So enjoy this time. Enjoy walking across that stage and getting that diploma. Because everybody here at Northgate High School, we're so, so proud of you. So congratulations. And now, let's get you graduated. Will the first two rows please stand up? Anirudh Shrikant Iyer. James Kyle Anclote Arona. Alisa Krasilnikov. Trey Christian Scheid. Omira Shwaib Siddiqui. Jordan Gabrielle Taki Edin. Sarah Zhao Wu. Lucas Harrison Adler. Harshith Rohit Agarwal. Camila Isabel Alanya Gonzalez. Michelle Annette Alas Molina. Dylan Antonio Ramirez. Valeria Sofia Alcantar Patino. Haroon Alefi. Kason Garrett Beatty Allen. Mustafa Yasser Al-Samori. David Alexander Alvarado. Miley Emma Anderson. Dario Arturo Arazaga Estrada. Julian Kwiku Safro Awuku. Luis Isaiah Ayala. Colin Scott Badorf. Alexis Rosanna Balashov. Michael Darren Paul Banky. Jason Connor Barnes. Miguel Alfredo Bigot Benavides. Sean Andrew Bragan. Joshua Evan Burke. Kevin Ton Cow. Hannah Maria Catalano. Sartika Reddy Chimula. Kylie Jinhee Choi. Callan Christopher Chimino. Christina Kandien Ko. Justin Robert Cullen. Zoe Cooper Dahl. Amanda Grace Dahlgren. Andrew David Daigle. Now Marie DeJager. Alina Maria Deviat. Surya Dom. Gian Gabriel Mata Dineros. Emily On Din. Dylan Doan. Kellen James Doggett. Emily Ann Dratva. Naren Bharadwaj Dugiranga. Mia Laureen Duncan. Yara Elian. Allison Claire Enick. Alexandra Alexandrovna Epfelbaum. Hunter Rhett Evans. Jeffrey Alexander Farmer. Dylan Alexander Paz Fletcher. Lauren Ashley Fong. Joseph Daniel Fulp. Elise Rose Garcia. Dylan Matthias Gates. Emil Garibian Saki. Trent Charles Golden. Lucy Goller. Rafael Gomez Ferrari Giacomini. Milana Guzman. Paris May Haraguchi. Ethan Joseph Hart. Bryce Hance Hayashi. Merritt Lincoln Wu Hayes. Jorge Hernandez Romo. Ellie Megan Ho. Senhan Hu. Rebecca Haiyang Huang. Adam Ryan Isabujan. Allison Michelle Jocks. Caitlin Alexandra Gian. Ella Grace Johnson. Shane Robert Johnson. Julie Gunju Jung. Tala Kabani. Jagger Scott Kenyon. Robert Quinn Keyser. Peter Henny Corey. Brandon Kunhui Koo. Yunji Lydia Kim. Emily Rebecca Lambert. Daniel Lashev. Alicia Yeun Lee. Isaac Dean Lee. Jaehyun Lee. Kate Hassan Lee. Megan Lita Lester. Lior Levy Maruk. Eric David Livshiz. Julian Gabriel Hernandez Lomboy. Ethan Matthew Zamora Lumenlon. Sione Tassini Lavaka Maake. John Thomas McIntyre. Catherine Renee McIntyre. Ian Patrick Mayer. Mary Marguerite McSweeney. Nathaniel Garcia Mendoza. Madeline Olivia Miller. Ramon Jesus Montes de Oca. Colin Francis Moore. Aiden John Morrill. Camille Ilana Moss. Zoe Madeline Moss. Mia Ann Murphy. Isabella Campos Name. Han Tuyet Nguyen. Jacob Alexander Ortso. Cody Allen Grant Painter. Noah Carlos Pamplona. James Christopher Park. Ryan James Parker. Valeria Alejandra Peña Campos. Lucy Kate Perez. William Popov Spector. Tiana Lynette Portnove. Natalie Marie Persh. Dylan Matthew Raj. Jonathan Alexander Ramirez. Michael Ramirez. Elizabeth Grace Rasmussen. Josephine Wilhelmina Riley. Zachary Traeger Roberson. Carolina Rodriguez. Mark Alexander Rocklin. Emma Allison Rose. Anushka Elizabeth Samuel. Skylar Ethan Santiago. Dasha Vladislavovna Sayenko. David Thomas Sino. Jack Colton Schaefer. Rishi Shah. Omar Ahmed Shalabi. Andrew Shamarden. Ayan Ahmed Sheikh. Daniel Ethan Schuster. Xander Aryan Singh. Anthony Vincent Skarich. Grace Elizabeth Smith. Jasmina Isis Smith. Raymond William Smith. Amity Virginia Stahl. Alina Nicole Stanley. Reed Evan Stein. Sydney Alexandra Sterling. Francesca Isabella Stolars. Omar Oscar Tazi. Camilla Tevis. Jalen Akira Tom. Trin Tu Tran. Paul Michael Cabato Valencia. Tyler Glenn Van Note. Ty Michael Vandevoor. Vishal Verma. Alyssa Ryan Vicario. Matthew Alejandro Wade. Kenneth Anthony Webb. Ava Amelie Weiss. Caroline Shannon Welch. Timothy Vladimir Whiting. Jordan Olivia Wilson. Kevin Laurentius Wong. Olivia Misaki Yoshi. Kevin Martin Yosifov. Jonathan Oleg Zakharov. George Adolphus Ziegler. Kylie Marie Nunes. And one huge round of applause for the Northgate 2021 graduating class. As the two senior officers make their way to the stage, a reminder about how we're going to exit in just a few moments when this ceremony is done. Audience up in the stands, seats, whatever you want to call them. We will be releasing you by section. So I will be releasing you section by section, starting from this side, going that way. Due to the social distancing and the requirements of the Concord Pavilion for us to hold this event, when the event is over, we'll be releasing you by section. At the same time that is happening, the students, the graduates, will be released up that way. They will walk around. They will meet you outside. So, without any further ado, let's welcome Carolina Rodriguez and Christina Coe.
If I were to describe the class of 2021 in one word, it would be perseverance. Our school year was unprecedented, and despite the challenges we faced, we were able to come together for this huge, important milestone. For these past couple of years, I have watched all of you overcome balancing your homework and your social life, surviving off of too little sleep, and learning from a video box, despite the internal battles that you're facing while in quarantine. I am extremely honored and proud to graduate alongside you. This perseverance is what will take us extremely far in life, and I have confidence that all of you are bound to accomplish wonderful things.
Seniors, There is no doubt that we've had an unforgettable year. From waking up early for senior sunrise to sunset, we have finally made it to graduation. Despite being online and socially distanced from one another, we are finally able to come together for one last event that we will never forget. Tonight, we remember all the countless memories that we shared together and remember all of the hard work that we have put in to be here today. As we come to the end of our high school career, we have one more task to complete before we are official graduates. As a symbolic gesture of your completion of high school, we ask that the class of 2021 to please stand. Okay. On the count of 3, please move your tassel from the right side to the left. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to the class of